Welcome back to the Data Guy Show. I'm Naz, and I'm here with Mo, who's been absolutely buzzing about some new AI model all week. Seriously, Mo, you've mentioned Kimi K2 like 15 times in our planning meeting. What's got you so hyped?
Naz, this is huge. We're talking about a trillion parameter model that's completely open source and it's absolutely crushing the competition. Like, imagine if someone just casually dropped a Formula One car in your driveway and said, "Here it's free, modify it however you want."
Okay, hold up. Trillion parameters? That sounds like marketing speak. How big is that really? Put it in perspective for those of us who don't dream in neural networks.
Picture this, if GPT-4 is like a really smart college professor, Kimi K2 is like having access to an entire university faculty. But here's the kicker, you only need to wake up the professors you actually need for each question.
That's the magic of their mixture of experts architecture. And this is coming from where exactly? Because I'm getting strong, too good to be true vibes here.
It's from Moonshot AI, a Chinese company. And I get your skepticism, but the proof is in the pudding. They've released everything, the model weights, the technical report, even deployment guides. This isn't vaporware.
All right, but trillion parameters. Doesn't that mean you need like a NASA level computer to run this thing? I'm imagining server farms and my electricity bill having nightmares.
That's the brilliant part. See, with traditional models, you'd be right. But Kimi K2 uses something called mixture of experts. Think of it like having a massive toolbox. But for each job, you only pull out the 8 tools you actually need, instead of carrying the whole thing around.
So it's like having a Swiss Army knife, where only the blade you need pops out, instead of having to carry around a full workshop.
Exactly. Out of those trillion parameters, you're only activating about 32 billion at any given time. People are actually running this on consumer hardware. Some folks on Reddit are getting decent performance with just 64 GB of RAM. It's not fast, but it works.
Wait. You said you've been testing it. Please tell me you didn't blow our budget on some crazy GPU setup.
No, I've been using the API providers. And here's the thing, I've been throwing coding problems at it that Claude has been struggling with. And Kimi K2 is writing cleaner, simpler code. It's like the difference between a seasoned developer who writes elegant solutions versus someone who over engineers everything.
That's actually a perfect example, because I've definitely been that over-engineer. But let's talk about something that confuses me. You keep saying agentic. Is that just a fancy way of saying it's better at tasks?
Oh, this is where it gets really exciting. Agentic means it doesn't just answer questions, it can actually do things. Imagine asking it to analyze this spreadsheet and create a report. And instead of just telling you how to do it, it actually connects to your tools, runs the analysis, generates the charts, and creates the final document.
That sounds both amazing and terrifying. How do they train a model to use tools without it going rogue and, I don't know, ordering pizza with my credit card?
They've created this incredible training system where they simulate thousands of scenarios with different tools and domains. AI agents get assigned tasks, they attempt them, and then another AI judges the quality. Only the best examples make it into the training data. It's like having the world's most thorough job interview process.
Okay, but here's my skeptical question. If this is so amazing, why isn't everyone using it? What's the catch?
Well, there are a few things. First, it's text only right now, no images or video. Second, it can get a bit wordy when tackling complex problems, kind of like a professor who can't help but give you the full historical context before answering your question.
So it's the academic who takes 20 minutes to explain why the sky is blue, complete with the physics, history of optics, and a tangent about Rayleigh scattering?
Exactly. But here's what's really wild, the benchmark results. On coding tests, it's beating DeepSeek and often matching or exceeding Claude. On math problems, it's hitting 97% accuracy on some tests. These aren't just good numbers, they're how is this possible numbers.
Let me ask the obvious question. If a Chinese company just open-sourced something this powerful, what does that mean for the big American tech companies concerned Are they freaking out?
I think they should be. This is basically Moonshot AI saying, here's frontier level AI capability and we're giving it away for free. It completely undermines the closed model business strategy. Why pay premium prices for Claude or GPT when you can get similar performance for a fraction of the cost?
But is it really free? I mean, someone has to pay for the compute, right?
You're absolutely right. The model itself is free, but running it costs money. The cool thing is you have options. You can use API providers like OpenRouter or Together.ai for about $1 to $3 per million tokens, which is way cheaper than the premium models. Or if you're hardcore, you can run it locally, though you'll need some serious hardware.
And for our listeners who are thinking, this sounds too technical for me, why should they care about this?
Because this is about democratization. Remember when only big companies could afford websites and then WordPress made it accessible to everyone? This is the same moment for AI. Small businesses, researchers, students, anyone can now access cutting edge AI without needing Google's budget.
That's actually a pretty compelling parallel. Speaking of access, you mentioned there are multiple ways to try this. What would you recommend for someone who just wants to play around with it?
Well, here's some exciting news I've been saving for the show. We've actually integrated Kimi K2 into the data guide chat on our website. So anyone listening right now can go to the dataguy.pro and chat with Kimi K2 completely free. No API keys, no registration, nothing.
Wait, seriously? We're running Kimi K2 as our chat system now?
Absolutely, I switched it over this week after being so impressed with its performance. It's like giving everyone a free test drive of a Ferrari. You can ask it coding questions, get help with data analysis, or just chat about AI concepts. It's the same model that's competing with ChatGPT and Claude, but you get to use it without paying anything.
That's actually brilliant. So instead of me telling people go sign up for another service, they can literally experience what we've been talking about right on our site.
Exactly. And for folks who want more intensive usage or API access, then you can explore the other options like Together.ai or OpenRouter. But for getting a feel for how Kimi K2 thinks and responds, our chat is perfect.
All right, I'm convinced to try it. But before we wrap up, big picture time. If this model is as game-changing as you say, what happens next? Are we looking at the end of the AI subscription era?
I think we are at an inflection point. The closed model companies are going to have to compete on more than just raw performance now. They'll need to focus on ease of use, reliability, specialized applications. The genie is out of the bottle. You can't put frontier AI capabilities back behind paywalls once they are freely available.
It reminds me of the old Microsoft versus Linux debates, but now it's happening with AI.
Exactly, and just like with Linux, the open source approach often leads to more innovation because thousands of developers can build on it rather than just one company's team.
So let's recap this for anyone just tuning in. Kimi K2 is a massive open source AI model that's challenging the big tech companies. It's accessible through multiple platforms, and it might just be writing better code than some of the expensive alternatives. Plus, you can try it right now for free on our website. The key takeaway is that frontier AI is becoming democratized.
Right, and the best part is you don't need to take our word for it. Go to the dataguy.pro, click on the chat, and experience Kimi K2 yourself. No sign up, no credit card, just pure AI interaction. Then, for anyone who wants to see the actual deployment configurations, API comparisons, and those benchmark tables I mentioned, they're all detailed in the blog post.
Perfect. So head over to thedataguy.pro to try Kimi K2 for free in our chat. Dive deeper into the technical details, pricing comparisons, and step-by-step guides. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. And speaking of which, I've got an exciting announcement. Starting now, the Data Guy Show will be releasing new episodes every Wednesday. Mark your calendars. We'll be tackling the latest in AI and data every week. And hey, after you chat with Kimi K2 on our site, let us know what you think.
Can't wait to hear everyone's experiences.
Thanks for tuning into the Data Guy Show. Until next Wednesday, keep experimenting with the future.